neglects to stay low. And Liston gets to him against the rope with left and right. Ties him up, won't let him get away. Liston with a left, short right to the body, a left hook, and Patterson is down.
Greetings and welcome to my channel. First and foremost, I'm a boxing fan and a boxer in training. Truth be told, I am actually a bit of an introvert. I don't feel comfortable talking with people outside of my own household, and the friends I do have are few, and others just feel like they're business associates. But the one thing I feel like always talking about under any circumstance is boxing, probably to the point of seeming long-winded, and I'll definitely talk someone's ear off if they give me the moment to do so. I like everything about the sport, inside the ring, outside the ring. The politics always fascinate me, even the ugly bits, but the niggly wiggly details really appeal to me. All the little intricacies involved with boxing. I like knowing about the boxers and the trainers. I like knowing about even the promoters, the managers. I have a fascination with the game. I don't even like going to bed at night unless I've watched some sort of fight film. I like to study it. I like to advance. I like to progress as much as I can, mentally and physically when it comes to boxing. I'm interested in just about every boxer, and if they happen to be some sort of ugly figure outside the ring, characteristically speaking, then I try my best to ignore that. I may report on that, but I will remain objective to what I see them doing in the ring, because I want my analysis to be as thorough as possible. I never want to come off as biased, and I just love everything about the sport, even if we have to be a little admittant in knowing that it is a dirty sport historically, and even sad to say currently. I don't know if there is any changing that, but hopefully people will be willing to go on a journey with me and just talking about it and just everything about boxing, really. There's nothing I enjoy more. You'll find me short of words on other subjects. I like boxers of old and boxers of current today. I would like to say I could remain emotionally unattached from it, but some fighters, based on their background, their story, who they are, what they've gone through, knowing the struggles that they have to go through, the turmoils, that's what keeps me invested, because as much as it's painted from a media perspective, old, new, whichever, the way it's televised, it makes it look like these people are just boxers. And the same thing for the trainers, like the trainers are just trainers, or journalists are just journalists, and they're not. They're people too. And I hope I can cover all areas of boxing, even if it's not just the people inside the ring. So I hope I can come off as genuine as possible to other people. I may redo a video a couple times just because this isn't the most natural thing for me, and I never want to come across the wrong way to anybody. I love any type of interaction I'll receive on here. I'll do my best to keep every video within 15 minutes and under. People need to remain, in transition amongst their lives. They need to be ambling about, they need to remain busy, and I know people need to do things on the fly. It's the same thing for me, because part of my inspiration for doing this, at least vocalizing myself and putting myself on here, is due to the fact that many of you, especially within the YouTube boxing community, I've been watching you guys, all of you, all channels, believe me, all channels for years, at least 8 years roughly. Those who've come up or those who are already established. I don't expect to generate any sort of notoriety through this. I'm not looking for publicity. I just need an outlet when I'm not training to be able to express myself in boxing. And I'm an addict when it comes to boxing, and I do need this on the side where I'm just talking about it. And I just think it's integral that people who are perhaps not the everyday boxing fan, or who are just becoming boxing fans, or even if you happen to already be one and you're passionate for it every day, you should remain as informed about it as possible. No cutting corners, just the clear-cut facts, stone cold evidence. If I am to talk about something I do not personally have knowledge of, or do not have any reliable source, I will definitely make sure it's conveyed that it is all theoretical or hypothetical on whatever it is I may be discussing. But I want this to be a mature channel. I want this to be a channel where people feel like they can come to and gain some type of intellectual progression when it comes to understanding boxing, because it's very confusing. We've got multiple sanctioning bodies. People don't understand the meaning of certain titles. They don't know the difference between a super and a regular. For instance, people don't know what, especially they don't know what franchise champion is right now. It is currently still a little bit enigmatic, but that's besides the point. But there's a lot of gray areas, and I hope to cover them. I hope to bring light and shed that on people who are maybe not as privy to it, or just flat out can't find a way to locate the bits and pieces of info that they need to concrete that image in their head of what the actual scene of boxing is. Because this is one big labyrinth. It is not easy to decipher everything going on in boxing, and I salute anybody who has definitely survived going down the rabbit hole, which is boxing. Once I've plunged into it, I haven't wanted to come back out. I love it. I love training, and I'm painfully going to verbalize it. So I hope people bear with me. I intend to be reaching out to people. I will not be incessantly asking people to like and subscribe, because again, that's not the point of this channel. I need an outlet. I just need to talk to people about boxing. I need to get that out of myself as well as to others, and I will just be going around to all the people I love in boxing and all the channels that even will go live, and I'm going to try and super chat as much as possible and talk to people as much as I can, and get opinions. I don't know the ends or the actual goal point of this channel as far as production goes. The intro, music, I have got no scripting, but that could all be, again, subject to change. Nothing is set in stone, but the only thing that will remain of permanence is that I'm only going to cover boxing. I only want to talk about boxing. If it leads to something else, I can't do it. And the only glimpse someone might get into me weaning off of that is if we get kind of that, what I would think is kind of that unnecessary intrusion with celebrities utilizing boxing as a platform to elevate themselves, via the Logan Paul, I can't even remember the other guy's name, so I'm not going to give that airtime. But if they are not strictly boxers or grew up that way, I have a hard time justifying talking about those figures when they're not truly going through the same type of hardships that the everyday boxer will go through. I can't stomach it. It's no disrespect to them, their accolades in life, whatever they may be, but I want to cover these hardworking men, these hardworking journalists, the trainers. I like real stuff. and you know, real recognizes real, and they're right in saying that, and I hope I can come across that way to those who are willing to give me the time of day. So again, thank you everyone who's at least giving this a chance, giving this a whirl. I do assure you I'll probably get much more acclimated to talking in general. I'll try to produce 1 to 2 videos every day while I can. There might be, this is actually, as a channel, a prelude to something being more consistent as far as producing just talking points for any category in boxing, for any matter, because there will probably be like a 1 month absent period, I would say, maybe less than that, and then it'll be full blown. It'll probably be a different scene and all that. But I'd like this to be a mainstay for me, where this is my new outlet, and yeah, I guess that's all for this video. I hope it wasn't too long, and I'll try to keep things 15 minutes and under. There will be numerous changes, fluctuations going on, and yeah, that's it. Peace and blessings to everybody. Thank you for your time. Yeah, God bless.
Patterson neglects to stay low and lifts and gets to him against the rope with left